film opens with a disfigured man named Boyce speaking directly to the audience, warning that this is no fairy tale. There are no happy endings here. Earth has collapsed into a brutal dystopia known as the Lost Lands, ruled by the Overlord and kept in check by a harsh, militant church. The witch Gray Alys is sentenced to hang by the Enforcer and other church followers, but she uses her magic to manipulate one of them into freeing her. The Enforcer promptly kills the man and sets out with his men to hunt her down. Meanwhile, Boyce travels alone through the wasteland. Anticipating an ambush in a tunnel, he unleashes a two-headed snake and takes down the attackers with brutal efficiency before continuing on his journey. Gray Alys takes refuge with a blind witch. She is soon visited by the Queen, wife of the Overlord, and Gray, head of the Overwatch. The Queen demands Gray Alys's help to find and kill a shapeshifter, a werewolf, before the next full moon, intending to steal its power. By oath, Gray Alys cannot refuse a direct request. However, Gray secretly pleads with her to let the mission fail, believing it will protect the Queen. Gray Alys begins her search by magically entering the mind of the beast. The Queen despises the Overlord, who is frail and nearing death. Before their paths diverged, she had a secret affair with Boyce. Meanwhile, Gray Alys finds Boyce in a tavern and persuades him to help her track down the shapeshifter, known to him as Sardor, the Grey Wolf. At the same time, the Enforcer has aligned with the Patriarch, a cunning figure loyal to the Overlord, but secretly plotting to overthrow both him and the Queen. The Patriarch orders the Enforcer and church acolytes to hunt Gray Alys, extract a confession, and execute her. Gray Alys and Boyce begin their dangerous journey across the Lost Lands. They first encounter Boyce's old companions, Ross and Mara. Not long after, the Enforcer and her followers capture Ross and Mara, brutally interrogating them. Mara reveals the pair is heading towards Skull River. Ross is killed and Mara is taken prisoner. Seeking another ally, they look for Boyce's friend Cyrus, only to discover he's been executed by the church. Soon after, the Enforcer and her soldiers catch up. Having blinded themselves to nullify Gray Alys's powers, they close in. To torment Boyce, the Enforcer executes Mara with a gunshot to the head. A brutal firefight breaks out, ending with most of the goons falling to their deaths during a chase on an air tram. The Enforcer orders the cables cut, but Boyce saves Gray Alys. Despite taking a bullet to the arm, Boyce survives, thanks to Gray Alys using her magic through the sniper's scope to turn the tide and help them escape. Gray Alys and Boyce press on through their perilous journey, only to be attacked by tree-like creatures. They take refuge within a ring of fire, but the creature's leader recognizes Gray Alys and warns that she should never have returned. She casts a powerful illusion, igniting the creatures in flames. Afterward, she warns Boyce that she brings danger and cannot be trusted. Back in the capital, the Queen murders the Overlord by smothering him, revealing beforehand that she is carrying Boyce's child. The Patriarch publicly declares the Overlord's death, but secretly accelerates his plot to eliminate the Queen. Meanwhile, the Enforcer leads her soldiers in a final charge aboard a train to capture Gray Alys. She escapes the tunnels and reaches the shattered edge of the tracks, where Boyce rescues her just in time. The Enforcer and her goons perish in the ensuing crash and explosion. With the threat looming, Gerace eliminates the Patriarch to safeguard the Queen. On the night of the full moon, Gray Alys and Boyce arrive at Skull River, where the truth is finally revealed. There is no Sardor. Boyce himself is the shapeshifter. As the moonlight transforms him into a wolf, Gray Alys confronts him in a brutal fight, using silver claws to weaken and subdue him. When he regains consciousness in human form, she reveals she always knew his secret and had already poisoned his blood with silver. As the moonlight returns and he begins to shift once more, Gray Alys finishes him off, skins him, and solemnly buries his remains. She brings Boyce's pelt to the Queen as proof of her success. Gerace criticizes her for ignoring his request to let the mission fail, but Gray Alys counters that she gave him what he truly wanted, the Queen herself. Upon discovering Boyce was the shapeshifter, the Queen is overcome with grief and rage. In a fit of despair, she kills Gerace for keeping the truth from her, Meanwhile, chaos erupts as the people of the Lost Lands rise in rebellion, following the collapse of the church and the Overlord's death. The queen flees as Boyce's pelt burns under the rising sun, his grave beginning to tremble. Resurrected, Boyce returns, seeking vengeance against Gray Alys. But she reveals she foresaw his return, just as she predicted the uprising. Rather than fight, the two strike a pact, choosing to survive together and roam the Lost Lands as allies, both hunters and hunted in a world reborn. Earth has collapsed into a desolate dystopia known as the Lost Lands. In this lawless world, a powerful witch named Gray Alys is summoned by the queen to hunt down a shapeshifter, believed to be a werewolf, and claim its power. To complete her mission, Gray Alys teams up with Boyce, a skilled hunter who was once the queen's secret lover, and the father of her unborn child. Their journey is plagued by danger as the fanatical church, led by the enforcer under orders from the patriarch, hunts them relentlessly. As Gray Alys and Boyce navigate the perilous terrain, they face monstrous creatures and brutal enemies. The enforcer meets her end in a fiery train crash, while Jarius, the queen's trusted advisor and secret partner, eliminates the patriarch to protect her. Ultimately, Boyce is revealed to be the very shapeshifter they sought. Gray Alys, having known his secret all along, defeats him in battle and delivers his pelt to the queen. Devastated by the truth and betrayal, the queen kills Jarius in grief. Meanwhile, with the Overlord dead and the church in ruins, the people rise up in rebellion. In the aftermath, Boyce is resurrected. Reunited, he and Gray Alys choose to forge a new path together, roaming the Lost Lands as allies in a world on the brink of transformation. The Lost Lands delivers a dark, gritty fantasy tale set in a brutal post-apocalyptic world. With haunting visuals and a moody atmosphere, the film blends magic, political intrigue, and raw survival into a unique cinematic experience. At the center is Gray Alys, a powerful and enigmatic witch, portrayed with cold precision and hidden depth. Tasked by a power-hungry queen to hunt a mysterious shapeshifter, she partners with Boyce, a brooding hunter with secrets of his own. As their journey unfolds, the film dives into themes of betrayal, fate, and transformation, both literal and emotional. The world building is rich, filled with crumbling empires, monstrous threats, and oppressive religious forces. The action is visceral, the characters are layered, and the slow burn pacing allows the story's twist to land with impact, especially the revelation of Boyce's true identity. While the film occasionally leans into fantasy cliches, it subverts enough expectations to stay engaging. The ending, with its themes of resurrection and rebellion, hints at hope in a hopeless world. The Lost Lands is not a tale of heroes or happy endings. It's a story of survival, power, and the price of transformation.